Having looked at the curriculum, the what of teaching, then having looked at the how of teaching, the teaching methods, the next thing logically would be the who of teaching. Who is going to do it? Who is going to take the curriculum, translate it in some way, and bring it across to the students? Obviously, it's the teacher. And the teacher has a specific role to play under the Islamic perspective of education. So let's see what that role is. Foremost, a teacher in the Islamic system of education holds the place of a mother or father. So it's a very respected position. Even before a student meets his or her teacher, that element of respect already has been created, hopefully at home. So when the student comes to school, he automatically understands the teacher is a figure to be respected. And Islam gives that position to the teacher. Imagine being a substitute mother or father for those students for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours a day, when those students are not at home, are not with their parents, are not with their family. What this brings to the teacher is not only respect, but it also brings responsibility. If I have that position, parents have a responsibility to their children. So as teachers, if we are seen as parents in society, we also have a responsibility to those students. It is important for a teacher to view students as my students. They are not students. They are not just students. They are my students. When I own them as my own, I will do whatever I need to do to make them successful. Don't we as parents do it for our children? Don't we want our own children to be successful and do well? So, what about those children in our classrooms? They are ours. They belong to us. We have a responsibility to make something out of them. Yes, they are with us for maybe 6 hours a day, which is 1/4 of the day. But still, that 1/4 can make a lot of difference opposed to the 3/4 they spend at home. A lot of times, I'm sure you've heard students say, "My teacher said that." And a parent is speechless. They will believe more what a teacher says than what a parent says. That's the kind of respect Islam gives teachers. So, we have to understand, as teachers, we have to understand our responsibility and then the specific role we have to play. If we accept this responsibility, the first thing we need to understand as teachers is, this is not a 6-hour job. Teaching is a 24/7 job. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, a teacher is on job, is on call. And that, when teachers understand that, that is what will make them into effective professional teachers. If we want to be effective, if we want to make an impact on young minds and lives, we will have to do things that will help change a young life for the better. She should be an exemplary individual and should have a high moral character. Now, there are two things in this statement. Exemplary. We have to be role models for our students. If you ask young people today who they are following, you will hardly ever hear any young person identify a teacher. It is some film star or some singer or some musician or some such person that they make role models of. We, if we are exemplary, we need to make role models of ourselves. We need to become role models for our students. And the second piece is high moral character. If I am not honest, how do I expect students to be honest? If I don't get to my class on time, why will a student come to class on time? So high moral character is important. And then she should be an expert in his/her field of knowledge. whatever, because information and knowledge is expanding so fast, no individual will be good at all knowledge and information. So we have to be good in the disciplines we teach. We have to know our subject matter inside out, upside down, and backwards to forwards. We just have to be prepared. When a student asks a question, it is not good for a teacher to say, well, this is not right now in the syllabus, or this is not in the course. If a student has a question, and if I know the content, I should be able to satisfy the curiosity of the child. So let's hope that we can help, as effective teachers, change young lives for the better.